Hey, it's me, Told me, the guys with the five eyes that you see. And today, going in between our little Nas X discussion, I'm going to be talking to you guys about SpaceBudz, which is one of the few NFT projects on Cardano. And you can see from here, these are the SpaceBudz. So it's like a collectible. It's basically NFT collectibles. That's like the category it falls under, and basically it's really new. And I honestly barely got in, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I have a belief that this project can grow and from its limited capacity, and it'll probably scale up with Cardano itself. So, what is SpaceBudz? So, SpaceBudz, these are the buds, little collectibles, and they're random animals and aliens, and they have an assortment of. So these are the races, and they have assortments of gadgets. And let's see here, and we're going to explore. Get a better idea of what these look like. So each bud essentially has different sets of traits, which are gadgets, and also physical traits as well. So you see there's a dog, black and white dog, blue tiger, red parrot, a black cat, green parrot, rhino, black parrot. So they're different colors, and when you see these objects in their hands and on their persons, you got a tracker, you got belts, nameplates, flags, amulets, umbrellas, bows, fish. I think that's a revolver, blaster, jetpacks. So a bunch of different things, and it's basically like other NFT collectibles. But the thing about NFT collectibles, right, that I think is most important for a project that's going about this route, the same way VV and Top Shot and CryptoPunks is like for these particular collectibles, scarcity, all collectibles, scarcity is the big thing, and there are only 10,000 of these that are minted. Uh, so, oh no, not the dog barking again. It's I try my best, but this dog is always like abused and left behind by the owner, so he's always just like randomly. "Grr." But so there's only 10,000 of these minted, and uh, the style of it is what I think gives it a lot of credence, because like with CryptoPunks, at first I didn't get why was CryptoPunks looking like, why is it so expensive and popular, and I was under the assumption that it was always expensive, but it was actually very cheap at first, because to me I was like, this shit looks cheap, and it was cheap. But the thing about CryptoPunks is that it was just unique, 8-bit collectible NFTs. There was some personality on ETH, and they were cheap. You can get. They came out a couple years ago, I think, 2017 or so, and it really wasn't that expensive. Some of them a couple dollars, tens of dollars, and everything like that. And now they're expensive, but I think I've also seen that there are a lot of like newer editions that are cheaper and stuff. So there's that. So what I like about this is it has a popular art style. This is like kind of cal artish. This is the kind of style that's going to attract people of this crowd, most notably white people, because everything attracts white people. But it's just, they're, first of all, the animals are kind of cute. They're kind of cute, and they're a little funny to look at. So there's one appeal. Then the randomness of the items they may get. You may get something normal looking, or you may get something crazy looking, like a fucking astronaut rhino in a green suit, pink boots with a baguette and a red flag. This, the comedy potential with this is limitless. Like, you could literally use this and be like a representation of modern women. I don't know, or like a random like lampfish with an alien that looks like a lampfish. The bow actually looks cool, and some of these dudes actually have these really cool looking swords that I'm trying to find. Also, I don't know why this thing is tripping out showing these images, but whatever, I'm gonna ignore it. So yeah, you see here they got swords, hockey sticks, a bunch of, it's pretty comical, and also their facial expressions can change as well depending like which animal they are. Sometimes they look angry, surprised, normal, winky face with the tongue out. Sometimes no mouth at all. You got and different like with the different races and everything. So another good thing about this project is like it's actually deeper than it seems, because the rarities are basically tiered, and then you gotta really put them together to see how rare something is. So if we look here on the Reddit page, essentially out of the 10,000 buds, uh, you know, the cats and dogs and apes and aliens are the most generally common ones you can get. The robots, tigers, bears, arcanes, which are the like guys with the basically the the plain like one color helmets. I just call them humans. And yeah, those are like the medium rare. Then you got the lions, the birds, the frogs. Those are like I call those just rare. And then the now things start to get real. You got the sharks, the rhinos, and wolves. I would deem those super rare. No, very rare. Fish, elephants are super rare, and then bulls and dinos are ultra rare. With dinos being the rarest, only 8 of those. So if you got a dino, you got really lucky. And eventually, I'm going to get into pricing soon, but we just gotta explain this first. And if you see here, if you can see, it's kind of blurry. But these are all the gadgets and stuff that they're carrying on their persons and stuff. Basically, if you can see how they covered this up, I thought that was mine. You can see here the belt is like the most common with the chest plate, covered helmet, starsuit, watches, eye patches, goggles. See, and there's too many things for me to go into the whole tier thing, but basically, rarity. There's like a base rarity that you get or whatever you get. So you may get something like a dog. Okay, not that rare, but your dog may also have binoculars and a candle. That's very rare in itself. And I think I saw here. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to see where because there's also because that basically means there's rarities with the gadgets as well. And if I could find it here, I'm gonna give me a couple more seconds. See if I can find the gadget rarities. Because we got the rarities of SpaceBudz. We know that. Oh man, I don't know why I'm going down here. Let me look it up. SpaceBudz gadgets. Okay, let's see. Gadget rarities. Here we go. Okay, so not only does your SpaceBud have a rarity on what they actually are, their race, and a rarity on what gadgets they have, but the number of gadgets that they have also plays into effect. So there's only one that has 12 gadgets, 3 that have 9, 17 that have 8, 122 that have 7, 647 that have 6, 1700 with 5, 2873 with 4, 2829 with 3, 1401 with 2, 377 with 1, and only 30 with 0 gadgets. So basically, the rarest is the one with the 12 gadgets. And I think second rarest are the ones with 0 gadgets. Then with 1 gadget, those are also very rare. That's like almost the next rarest, with 7 actually being the next rarest. So basically, that's the thing that really, to me, gives it a lot of potential. Is it's not just like basically rare where it's like you just got this one out of 10,000 and that's kind of it. It's like you may have a common dog, but he may also only have he may only have 1 gadget. So yeah, the dog is more common and may demand a lower price, but the fact that he only has 1 gadget automatically boosts his rarity. And then you think about it, okay, now how many other dogs have 1 gadget? Because if you think about it like that, with the gadgets and the amount of gadgets boosting up the rarity factor of the dog, it's a dog with a lampfish. That's the only gadget he has. So he has one of the rarest gadgets, and he has one of the rarest gadget counts. And and then you think about like each animal within their own race as well, because basically, you got the base rare population of 10,000, and there's like 1,100 dogs, but this dog is just rare in the space in the whole like population count. So if you compare them to other dogs, then basically that's like the rarest dog you can get. So there's already you can get a more common animal, but there's that upside of you can also get the rarest form of that animal. So a dog may be common, but if he's the rarest dog, then then he's going to be worth more than, let's say, maybe different types of sharks or different types of lions and stuff possibly. It's it's deeper than what it looks when we talk about like the collectible form of it or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of making up words. So yeah. So explaining that, I'm going to show you guys which ones I have, because if you go to the site, and I'm also going to explain the exclusivity of it and how eventually it's going to grow later, but I'm just going to show you guys what I got. So I'm going to show you my common one. So I have a common dog, right? He's cute. I'll call him Alfonso. And he has 2 gadgets. So if we look here, 2 gadgets, 1401. So that's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's like the 4th kind of most common gadget numbers to have. But if we go back to this post here, it loads up, you will see that my dog he has a watch and a wine. The watch is also one of the more common items to have. So this dog is kind of basic, right? It's kind of basic. But the wine is, where is it? Where's wine? Binoculars, brigade, fish, there. The wine is one of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, it's in the top 10 of rare items. It basically it fits into that super or really rare item count. So for someone who's more item centric and likes the wine characters, this boosts his value. Even though he's a common dog, still, he's got that wine characteristic. And another thing about it too is sometimes these gadgets fit well, because like you saw the dude with the red flag and the bagel, or the bago, or whatever that shit's called. That's kind of random. But sometimes the gadgets fit together really well, and this fits nicely. Because, like, if you really think about the look, if you look at his face, he's kind of angry. He's got his wine glass, and he got his watch. You know what that kind of makes him look like? Makes him look like a gangster. Like he's like a little Tony Soprano-ish. Even with the color of his fur, almost looks like a beard. I look like I got a rough and tough dog. I never thought I would ever say those words in my life, but I did. But yeah, So it just has like a nice look to it that goes beyond just its rarity and such. And we just go back, and if we look back at the explore page. Oh, let me do this first. If we look back at the explore page, some items fit better than others. With their their kind of randomness and stuff. Like, let me see if I can find something. Like like this looks funny. Right, it's a shark. The sharks basically only have one look. He's got the wine glass and hatchet. It almost looks like a freaking drunk shark who's gonna like kill you by accident. And then, we've got this one with sword and flowers. It kind of reminds you of like those like flag logos and symbols where they might have an eagle with some arrows and a rosemary or something like that. All's fair in love and war. You see how I'm just applying just random attributes to just everything, or like a Cardano coin with a red flag. If you don't believe in Cardano, this is like the ultimate sign of a red flag. CryptoKitties, how they shut down Ethereum and stuff. Like, I'm literally just thinking of this stuff. Like, I'm just thinking of it like just on the spot there. And then look at this one too. He's got a wine glass sticking his tongue out. It almost looks like he's like, ooh, this is gonna be delicious. Or this guy looks like he's gonna rob you for some coin. That's that's why I just got a really like I really do like what this is gonna lead to, because the like these space buds, they're not just rare, they're creative. They're really creative. So it allows, what it does is it allows for the collectors, instead of just only collecting because it looks nice, it gives them an extra additive of being able to put their personality in with what they're collecting. And then I'll show you my rarest space bud right here. And it's kind of funny because when I got this dude, I was so disappointed. I was like, he doesn't look as cool as anybody else. He only just looked funny as hell because he's a space fish with a gun and a flat face, and he just looks like he's like, bang. Like, he looks like a Rick and Morty character, right? And I was just like, this dude is so boring, you know? But until I looked up the rarities and discovered I had a rare fish. And he also has a revolver, which is moderately rare as well. So that's pretty rare too. But if we go again and see about the gadget rarities, right? Go here, go back here. If we look back on the gadget rarities, there are only 377 with one gadget, and basically there's only like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there are only 5 more tiers rarer than that as well. So this is also moderately rare. So I have basically a really rare fish with a moderately rare gadget with a moderately rare gadget count. And I've also saw some people also like talking about, like, because nameplates and belts are also the most common thing to get in the to get out of the 10,000. Let me see, if I take a look here. Oh no, wait, not that one. Not that one. This one. Let's see. Let's do the math really quick, just to see the amount of guys with belts and nameplates is 8,948 plus 7,483. Oh no, wait. Okay, so basically, oh, I'm supposed to do 10,000 minus that. My bad. So let's do with the belts. There are 8,948 guys with the belts. Oh damn! Sorry, Grandma. I'm not gonna pick up. So that means there's only 1,000 of these dudes that don't have belts. 1,052 that don't have belts. And then with nameplates, 10,000 minus 7,483. It's only 2,517 that don't have a nameplate and such. So basically, yeah. So there's probably maybe around 1,000 or so that actually don't have either, and both of my SpaceBudz don't have either. And I saw some people talking about that. So that might be also another rare criteria people look at, which basically like shows that SpaceBudz without both of those, which are the most common things to have. Because if you look, usually most buds have either a nameplate or a belt. So buds that don't have either of those might be extra rare. So I got 2 extra rares. Who knows? But again, that's why I like the project. Like, it just goes beyond it just being rare for no reason. It gives it's some extra fun. So now the only thing left to really talk about is the fact that right now things are limited. And I probably should have addressed this more in the beginning. I didn't know this would get this long, but there's only 10,000 right now. And the only way right now to really get yourself a bud is if you join their Discord. Although the only issue with that is you gotta have some cash for this. Most people aren't selling their buds below $500 or 500 ADA, which is roughly $530, $50 right now. And that goes for even the most common cat. And sometimes you see maybe 250 or so, but for the most part, people are selling at about $500 plus. because there's only 10,000. The demand is kind of starting to grow. People are starting to get more interested. So as of now, they've sold out, and a lot of people actually have been like literally getting their butts stuck in limbo space, because you're supposed to use a Euroi wallet to send money for the buzz, and it'll send you back the asset. So possibly some of them have gotten burned. And if that happened, if that's like a true thing and they can't retrieve them, well, now the prices have to go up, because now it's even more rare. But eventually, once Cardano, because this thing builds with Cardano, so once Cardano has smart contracts with the Alonzo update, which is basically coming anytime this late summer to August, fall. I can't remember. I think the test net is in the summer, the main net is in the fall. Whenever that happens, that'll happen eventually. And then you'll be able to actually trade and sell on the app at that point. But until then, if you want to get them right now, then you've just got to join the SpaceBudz Discord, and if you got that cash, pay. But what I do know is some of these things are going for a lot now, and if this is able to get any of the traction that CryptoPunks can got, man, some of these buds are just gonna be really, 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 really. They're gonna be a come up. I know for me, someone already offered me $6,000 for my fish, and my dog. I actually feel like I should be able to command 1,000 for my dog, based on the way it looks and acts. So if this has like a CryptoPunk, meteoric type rise, who knows? Maybe in 2024. I could be able to sell one of these dudes for like 50K. I mean, that's just how it is. At least with the fish, I feel like my fish has that kind of potential, because people have already paid. Like right now, the dinos are very expensive, but because they're so rare, I don't think I've seen people sell a dino. I don't know, but people have been paying upwards of $40,000 or $30,000 for a bull. The elephants, they cover 10-12K very easily. Fish 7K. So if this is a very popular app and they keep releasing more iterations, then what do you think a bull is going to sell for in 3 years? Probably 100K. A dino probably 200K. Who knows? Depending on the dino. I don't know. I have to keep checking the Discord for the facts. But let's say a dino is the only one with 12 gadgets. That's $1 million. That's $1 million. That's at least $1 million seller right there. I would not be surprised, because if this gets really popular, and it's got, all it needs is for me, just about 50,000 users. That's it. That's $1 million right there, and that's $1 million. That has to bring my fish up, because my fish is also a pretty unique looking. It's a unique fish. It's only got one gadget. It's got a revolver, and it's got no nameplates or belts. And who knows, the color may also be rare as well. So I think I have one of the rare fish that you can get as well. So for me, I'm like, shit, 100K, And also another thing, it's not all about the profit, but the profit is just too good to not to be a factor for me. But I genuinely like this. This is like one of the few NFTs that, beyond Vivi and Top Shot, that I think I'm really into, because after spending some time looking at these characters, I like the way they look. They've got a nice, open, friendly look. They've got a really ridiculous, cartoony feel to them. This looks like something that would be popular. Sometimes you look at things, it just has that it factor. It has that it factor. This has that it factor. To me, the variability and the personality. It's just so easy for a person to connect with this and look at it and think it's cute, think it's funny, think it's innovative. It just look at this. that just looks funny. A monkey with a gun, and he looks nervous. He looks like he just shot somebody over a banana peel, and he's not so sure he should have did that. But then again, he's a monkey. It's cool. So I think it's got potential. So anyways, for any of you guys watching, let me know what you think, because I don't care what you think. No, I'm just kidding. I do somewhat. I don't know. But see you guys later.